Brothers and sisters, this is Reverend Dr. William J. Barber, former president of the NAACP State Conference in North Carolina, and now president of Repairs of the Breach and co-chair of the National Poor People's Campaign, a national call for moral revival. This year at the Moral March on Raleigh, the HKonJ People's Assembly, we won't be in the street, but we have to be in the spirit. We have to gather virtually, but it's vitally important. In this time of COVID, people need community, however we can give it to them. In this time of mobs trying to create coups in our nation capitals and threatening our state capitals, we must still come together to remind people that we are of every race, creed, color, and sexuality, and we're not going anywhere. That nonviolence is more powerful than violence, that love is more powerful than hate, and our cries and concerns and push for justice is more powerful than injustice. In a few seconds, you're going to see what it would have looked like in past years, but I don't want you to take for granted how important this year is. And people, thousands of them across this country, need to see thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of us gathered online, so they know that the movement is alive and well. For COVID reasons, we're not going to create a super spreader. That would be foolish. But we are going to spread the spirit of justice and truth. We are going to gather. We are going to have our political platform. We are going to push our state and our congressional leadership and our Senate leadership to do the right thing in this season. With our friends, we're going to push them and give them the courage. With those that are enemies, or what I like to say, confused friends, we're going to work on them too, because what we want to see done with civil rights and voting rights and wages and health care and all those things, immigration reform, would actually be a blessing to everybody. A moral agenda is a good economic agenda. And so let's get ready. See the promo? Look, get everybody you know. They can stay right home. They can stay home where they are. They don't have to put on their masks. We can all join together and can imagine ourselves by the tens of thousands as we have before, marching right down the street in Raleigh, saying that we're here, we're not going anywhere, and we are committed to one thing: forward together and not one step back. On a bridge in Selma, Alabama, black and white, Catholic and Christian and Jewish people decided to take on Jim Crow in one of his most vicious forms. They were beaten until they were beaten back, but they were not beaten down. And by the summer, Congress was voting on a Voting Rights Act. If they push the nation forward then, we must resist the nation going backwards now.
We stand under the umbrella of an ever-expanding coalition that beats many drums of resistance with many sounds of reconstruction. But we beat them in rhythm together. When this moral fusion coalition comes together, we break many kinds of bread. It matters not whether we break cornbread or Wonder Bread, fry bread, or tortillas. It matters not whether we break communion wafers, matzo balls, pita bread, or sourdough. What matters most is that we break bread together, because the bread we share strengthens the arms that beat the drum of resistance and the legs that push the rock of reconstruction.
Together, 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 as prisoners of hope, we're not going to give up.
Because some powers are seeking to build cages around us. They are building cages around our educational systems that we will resist. Cages around our healthcare systems that we will resist. Cages around immigration that we will resist. Cages around women's rights that we will resist. Cages around our LGBTQ rights that we will resist. Cages around labor unions that we will resist.
The members of the General Assembly are mortals and not God. The members of the Congress, they are mortals, not God. Bowing down is not an option. We are black, we are white, we are Latino, we are Native American, we are Democrat, we are Republican, we are independent, we are people of faith, we are people not of faith, we are natives and immigrants, we are business leaders and workers and unemployed, we are doctors and the uninsured, we are gay, we are straight, we are students, we are parents, we are retirees. We are North Carolina, we are America, and we're here and we ain't going nowhere.